Hi guys, my name is Bongani Masangu. In today's video, I want to speak about financial statement. Now, this is part A, financial statement video. Remember, in my videos, I normally have part A and part B. So on part A, what I do normally on part A, I am explaining the concept, I am explaining the concept, and I'm demonstrating how do you do it. And then on part B, I will choose any random question paper, and then I treat that question paper that I've chose. So with this video here, this one where I speak about financial statement, the purpose of the video is not for accounting, guys. The purpose of the video is computer practice, but information processing and user computing. How do you draft a financial statement using a computer? Okay, it's not for finances. It's not the accounting. We won't do any calculation. We won't speak about debit. We won't speak about the accepted general accounting procedures. We won't speak about those. We'll speak about how you draft it. That's the main aim of the video, is to show you how to draft it using a computer. And the purpose is for people who are studying information processing, and mostly information processing is computer practice, and some who are studying basic computer or end user computer. So this financial statement topic is about that. So it's not an accounting subject. So if you intend to study accounting, this video is not good for you. It's not meant for you, because now I may omit some very important instructions on how do you compile financial statement, about financial statement, and also I would recommend that you go to the right channel. But here we speak about financial statement in terms of how do you draft it. Okay. What is the financial statement? The financial statements are periodical representation of the finances of the business. It could be for a business, it could be for a person, it could be for the department, or the department of the business. Therefore, they are the report. So when you are doing a financial statement, basically you are doing a report. It should be structured, and when it's structured, then it's easy to interpret it. So this is the purpose of this video, how you can simply structure the financial statement. But the video is dedicated for people who are studying computer practice, specialty at colleges. Most of the time when we speak about the financial statement, we refer to the income statement and the balance sheet, but financial statement is not limited to those two, balance sheet and the income statement. Reason for financial statement is to look where we are as a business and how we are doing in terms of profit and loss as a business or as a department. Financial statements are used to check financial position of the business, meaning that the financial statement is a balance sheet, profit and loss account, several schedules. Other example could be journals, bank reconciliation statement, distribution statement, adjustment statement, statement of account, income and a balance sheet, income statement and a balance sheet. Now, when you are compiling your financial statement, you set your columns in pairs when you are using Excel. Now, let me emphasize again. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are obliged to use Excel, Microsoft Excel worksheet to do a financial statement. You can use Microsoft Excel worksheet if you like to. If you are not happy with Excel worksheet, you can then use a table in the Word document. But then it's simpler if you are using Excel, and in this video will be using Excel to demonstrate and to show you how do you draft a financial statement. And then the only challenge that Excel that has is that exams, they sometimes ask for line spacing, but if you want to do a good financial statement, line spacing should be single. Okay. So single line spacing, it means there is no line spacing. You set your columns in pairs. So meaningly, if you are intending to use 5 columns, like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but there is these other columns, the narrow one. So you will make a big and a small column, a big and a small column, a big and a small column, a big. That will be the first step of doing a financial statement. Now, financial statement has a structure, or you can say a format if you like to. The first 3 lines should be uppercased, should be bold, should be centered. Okay, I think this way it was supposed to say centered. The autocorrect, yeah, it should be centered. Sometimes also underlined, depending to the manuscript signs from the question paper. The cell should be merged, the first 3 lines. And then when we speak about the first 3 lines, we speak about the name of the business, we speak about the type of the statement, we speak about the date of the statement. So those it's a statement head. So the statement head should be in the meshed cell, and mostly should be uppercase, and most of cases those statement head is a name of the business, is a type of a statement, and is a date of the statement. Now, to look at the example of the statement head or statement heading, here looking at this example from B1 up until J4, we have example where we have centered the content, this content on the head. We centered it, and we've meshed those cells from B1, 2, 3, 4 up until J1, 2, 3, 4. We'll demonstrate shortly after this video how we did it. Okay, the name of the business is in SP caps here. So the name of the business is Thabethe Liquor Store, and then the word income statement is in caps. So capital letters, this word income statement is in capital letters, and it is centered. And the deadline, the date is underlined. Okay, the date is underlined here, but it will depend to the manuscript signs. Sometimes they would tell you that underline the date or not to underline the date. So you'll follow the underline, but if you are making it from your personal perspective or from your space where you are doing it by yourself, these are the good guidelines. Okay, the page layout and the page margins. So when it comes to financial statement, the page margins. Okay, the page margins. So when you speak about the page margins, this is a sample of a page that these lines, it's page margins, these lines. So where do you want to put your content? So to look at this sample in this setup dialog box, this is a setup dialog box. In this page setup dialog box, you see I've put here my margins to be 1.2. So it means that this went this side, and this went this side, and here it went this side to give me enough space, and here down it went downwards. I think the default it's something like 1.8, so I put it one to be the smallest as possible, so that you have a lot of page, especially if your income statement or any financial statement will require you to use the entire space that you have. It will allow you to do that. And do not to forget to center vertically and horizontally to the page. Now, centering horizontal and vertical, it can be confusing if you are a student, because now I'm saying center the page vertically and horizontal. It means this content it's centered, like as I've said here, you see, is in the center. So that is to center vertical and horizontal the page. But sometimes they might want you to center the content on the Excel or on the table, horizontal and vertical. For example, they say center the column headings, horizontal and vertical. It's partially difference from center vertical and horizontally the page. So these are two different things. So you must know a difference between centering the content on the table vertical and horizontal, or centering the page. Okay. So do not forget to center the page. So when you are centering the page horizontal and vertically, you simply clicking here. Okay. Thank you. Sorry for that. And then when you speak about the page layout, it will depend to the type of the statement that you are making. If you are doing a balance sheet, it might need you to do a landscape, but normally, or most of cases, when you are doing financial statement, you will use portrait. You will constantly do a print preview, so you will constantly or continuously use a print preview. To do a print preview, you go to File, and then you click the print. And then after that, it will show you how it is laid out on the page. And then match across cells, you intend to insert the text on them. So you will divide your statement into two types of columns, if I can put it like that. There are columns that you put a text on. There are columns where you will put the figures on, because obviously it's financial. You speak about finances. Now we'll speak about monies. So those are the figures. So you will match across the cells. We'll do it practical. We'll match across the cells, those cells that you intend to put a weight or text on it. You match across them. And then most of the text should be right aligned. No. Most of the text should be left aligned. Sorry, I think this is a mistake. It should be left aligned. Yeah. Most of the text should be left aligned. Okay. Otherwise, some heading can be centered. So left aligned is the normal alignment from home to the right. So that is left aligned, guys. So it should be left aligned. The text, most of the text should be left aligned. Okay. And then we continue for that. Example to match cells where you intended to put text. So let me just go quickly to this one. You see this one. Now, if I'm intended to put a text here, from here, let's say from here to here, so it means I will select this one, and I will select this one, I will select this one, I will select this one, and I will select this one, sorry. I will select this one, and I will select this one, I will select. So it means this one that I'm selecting, all of them, I am intending to put text on them. Thereafter, I'll go to home, and then I'll go to match across. Okay. As you can see here, I've selected this one, and I've selected this one. It's selected, and then after selecting these cells I've selected it, and I left this narrow column with a bigger columns, and a narrow column and a bigger column. So in this narrow column, I don't put text. It just helps me to put my work organized. I don't use them to put any text on it. It just helps me to put my work organized, and when I need to, for example, when I need to put a border here, it just sits nice and gives me enough or nice look. If I want to put a border here, it's simple, and it organizes my work nice. So that's the use of these narrow columns. And then maybe if I want to put another border on this text, it would be figures here. But for me to put the text, the weights, I'll put the text here. So after selecting this, and then I come to here, and then I click match across, and then it looks like this. Okay. So if it looks like this, just a second. Sure. Sure. Okay, guys, we can continue. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, sorry for that, guys. We'll continue. So I was saying that when you look at these cells now, they've been meshed. So I've meshed these cells with the intention to put text on them, And then here, this column, this one, and this column. So these two columns, this one, it's a columns that I will put figures. So it means that I'll put figures here, and I'll put my text here. Text, it means weights. I'll put my weight here. Okay, and it look a little bit organized like this. Okay, so since the text is aligned left, so it means you start from this side, you go to that side, that is to align left, the text like income, the weights, and the figures, you must align them right. So you will select where you intend to put figures, and then you go to alignment, this one. You click here on the alignment after you've selected where you intend to put your text, and then you align it right. So let me just keep on repeating this deliberately so that it can make sense to you. So this part, it's where you intend to put text. Okay, you align it left. Okay, so this part, this one, it's where you intend to put numbers, figures. You align it right. So this part of the text, you align it left, and this part of the figures, you align it right. Okay, I hope it makes sense. Now, you then can format the cells where you want to put figures. You format them to be a currency. You format the cell where you want to put the figures to be a currency, and you put the currency into two decimal places. Okay, and then this is the example. You can now type your financial statement. As you can see here, it's been typed income. This is a text. It's been typed here, and then these are the figures. They've been aligned right. Aligning right, it means it will come from right side. When you type it, it goes to the left side. Okay, aligning left, it means when you are typing, it's from the home or from the left to the right. Okay, so don't forget to constantly or continuously do the print preview, just to check the progress, how the statement is looking so far, and then you always click back to continue. Okay, you can also put outside border where you wish to underline the totals. Okay, so you can underline totals when you want to, and you can put the outside border where you wish to put the outside border. For example, here, if you want to put the outside border on these figures here, you will then highlight this part of the column here, and you go to borders here, and then after clicking borders, and then you select the outside border. Okay, and then you can also put the outside border where you wish to. So this is an example. Continuing, this is the outside border, and you can underline here if you like to. Okay, so to underline, you select the cell that you want to underline, and then you can put a double underline if you like to, or the underline, and you can change the style of the underline to be more bold on the borders format. So you go and click here and choose borders format, and you format it the way you like it. So this is the example of the progress so far, and then this is a print preview example. So when you do a print preview, because you're continuously doing a print preview to see the progress, this is how your financial statement looks so far. Okay, and if you are writing an exam, do not forget to add the header. So this is the last part of the demonstration or an explanation. So to add your header, there are many ways to add a header. Someone might go to design, someone may go to insert, but now someone may drop a page layout. I think it's page layout. We'll do it when we do the demonstration or practical part. Dialog box launcher, and me now I like to go to view, and then after clicking view there will be something called a page layout somewhere here. I click it to add the header. Okay, thanks. Let us put whatever I was just doing on practical. Okay, so I'll just do a little bit of it. So firstly, for me to create an financial statement, I need to create an Excel. To create an Excel, I right click, and then after right click, I go to new, and then after going to new, I choose Excel, and I type it financial statement. And then after typing it, financial statement, I'm opening it, then it's empty. Okay. So this is a financial statement, and it's a new worksheet. It's an empty worksheet like this. So the first thing first, I change the page to portrait. First thing first. Okay, unless if the exam tells me otherwise. Then after changing the page portrait, I'm changing my margins to be the smallest as possible. So here it's 1.8, so I do it to be 1.2 so that I can have more space. Here it's 1.9, I make it 1.2. Now computers are not the same. Some computers are using inches. The one that I'm using at the moment is using centimeters, so pay attention on those. So centimeters, the 1.2 in centimeters is very small, but in inches 1.2 it's almost normal. After I've changed the margin, I center the page horizontally, I center the page vertically, and then I click OK. Okay, and then after that, I select my second. I'm intending to use. Okay, let's use this. Now these dots, this one, they guide me in terms of. You see these dots to say that if my page is portrayed, where I will end. So after selecting this one, I make this one Nairo. Okay, I make this the one that I've selected Nairo, and okay, I think I have to select this one and this one, and then I make them Nairo. Okay, this is 2 Nairo. This is 2 Nairo. Let me make them this Nairo. Sharp. Then after making this Nairo, and then I select where I intend to put my statement header, statement heading. So I go to home, I match cells, and then I I go to home and match cells and text rapid, and then I type it, then the name of the business. So let's say maybe the name of the business is Mzala Mzi Communication. Okay. And then I'll press space because and then after Mzala Mzi Communication, this is the capital expenditure. Okay, this is a summary. So it's a summary of a capital expenditure. Okay, summary of capital expenditure. So I'll use the space to sharp. And then I come here, I use a space again, and then the date, it's let's say a year end, for example, 23 May 2025. So I'm using a space to align it to the bottom. Okay, sharp. And then I can choose whatever the font types that I like to choose. And then I can choose any size that I want to. But it will depend to the statement. Maybe let me just underline only the date. So I've underlined it. Okay. And then I'm just going to do a print preview just to see how did I make it. So because of the center horizontally, this one is down here. Let me go and recenter there, and then I just center horizontal. Then let me not center vertical. And I'll get that from page layout, and then margins, and then let me not center vertical, and then I go back to print preview just to check how it look like. So far it look like this. Okay. Let me just insert some so that it can go a little bit down. Maybe 2 lines. Insert one or 2 lines here. The text wrap, and then I open here the text so that it can be clear what it says. And then let me go back again and do a print preview just to check how it will appear in the printout. Now it's better. Okay. And then let's say this text, I'm intending to use it for text, so I will highlight the text that I am intending to use it for text. So as I'm highlighting the text that I am intending it to use for text, I'll match them. I'll match across let me start afresh. I'm intending to use text here. Don't know why. Yeah. Let me highlight the text that I'm intending to use for. Let me highlight the cells that I'm intending to use for text. So if these are the cells that I am intending to use for text, I will then highlight it like this. Let me highlight these ones. I want to use 3 columns for figures. So let me highlight it like this. Sorry for that. So after selecting all the text that I'm thinking that I'll use for all the cells that I'll use for text, I'll match it like this, match across. Okay. So if I've matched across, it becomes like this. So it means I'll use these cells for a text, and I will then highlight these ones. This one I will use it for the figures. So for the figures, I just write a line, and then I format cells. Right click, go to format cells. I choose currency. Make sure it's in decimal place, and make sure that it's in the symbol R. Symbol R for rands currency. I'm looking for R here. Let me use the arrow. Symbol R. Okay, there is R, and then it's R. Then if you want to have some negative, yeah, because the financial, I'll leave it like this, and then 2 decimal place, and then you say okay. So you're done. Now you are about to type. Okay. Say here it wants you to type telecommunication plant. So it's where you will type telecommunication plant. Okay, and then maybe the first item there, here in figures, you want to type 717 space, and then 671, and then you press tab. After pressing tab, on the other side it's 997 space 189. You press tab, and then you also press tab. Okay. Say maybe here you want to type 826 space and then 004. So that's the item number 1. And then depending to the manuscript signs from your question, maybe it might want you to underline this. So you will select them and you say Control U. Okay. And then maybe the second item here, it says jump 2 lines. So it means you'll jump 2 lines like this. So if it says jump 1 line, you'll just jump 1 line like this. So maybe the first item there is vehicle. And then you will type your vehicles here. Okay. You you press tab, maybe the figure is 20,000 space 754, and then you press space, here is 3006, 30, for example 30 space 068. You press tab, here you type 26 space 966. You go to preview just to check how it look like. And you see that it's more space here, so you don't want that. So what you can do, you can go back and move the telecommunication to little bit center, and can make this row a little bit smaller. In that way, so yeah, this is better. And you also move the vehicle here. Let's preview it, how it look like now. And you can select your narrow cells and make it a little bit narrow again. I think it's better now. And then let's go to print preview and look how it look like. Yeah, I think it's better now. Okay, can then continue. Now you can continue. You have vehicles here. And then after vehicle, you are requested to jump one line. After one line, you type telecommunications again. You press tab, the figure there is 24,886. You press tab, the figure there is 25,642. Space, and then it's 642. And then you press tab, the figure there is 18,562. And then they want you to type postal. Sorry. You press tab, and then you type 2008. You press tab, you type 4426. You press tab, you type 2192. And then here they want you to type subsidized. You press tab, okay, it's a minus, you press tab, it's a minus, you press tab, it's a minus. And then here they want you to insert outside borders, and here as well, and here as well. So here you insert outside border. If you are not happy with the style, you can increase a little bit in the style border. Okay, insert outside border. Sharp. And then you can go to print preview to see how far your statement look like. So far your statement look like this. Let me just increase it so that it makes sense. So this is how you make your financial statement. You can continue with the statement until you finish, but I hope and believe, okay, you can see now this one is not centered according to this text. So what you can do, if maybe you experience something like this, it means that you must, up to the end of the statement, it's ending here, you can match the cells like this, and then you go to print preview, and then everything will be aligned correctly. So now this content is in the center of a statement. Thank you for watching. I hope this video makes sense. This was part A video. Then I believe on part B video we will do the treatment of the question paper. Thank you.